Got something really cool to show y'all today, and that is the E-11D Mark II from Canto Arms. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you might recognize this firearm. This is a working copy of the firearm used by the Death Troopers in Star Wars Rogue One. Arguably the best Star Wars film that Disney has brought us. So this, like I said, is a working firearm, so it's not just a prop or a toy or anything like that. So what Canto Arms did is they took some working firearms components and then they added their parts to it to give it the aesthetics of what you're seeing in the Star Wars films. So at its heart, you can see it has a Glock lower, and this upper portion is by MKII. So this is available in 40, 9mm, 10mm, and 45. This particular version is the 40 cal version, and it's really cool. So let's talk about some of the parts that Canto Arms added to this to make this look like the E-11D you see in Star Wars Rogue One. So we have their tube right here that they add to this system here. You can see they add a little bit of heat damage to it and give it that the looks that you're seeing there in the actual film itself. All these slots that you are seeing on there are M-LOK size, so if you want to throw on an M-LOK accessory, it's going to fit. This has a 1913 rail and a scout light on there. And again, if you look in the movie, you're going to notice this light on the firearm in the movie as well. Taking a look down in that shroud, you're going to see that there is a 16-inch barrel, so this is a rifle, and it is threaded. So if you want to throw a suppressor on there, that is going to work as well. Looking down at the bottom here, you're going to notice all the parts that you see on the firearm in the movie. It's got the non-working underfolder stock from the original prop gun that they used, and this light. This light is available in red and green. I went with the green version of that light, but you can get either one. So coming back a little further, you're going to notice some other little aesthetic additions to this that don't necessarily have a functional part to it, but they make it again look like the firearms in the film. Now the slot here, these slots here, these are M-LOK size, so you can run your own M-LOK accessories or rails, and that's how I have this optic mounted using a 30mm scope mount. This is the Blast Tech Industries M19 laser scope. This is a prototype red dot from Canto Arms that looks very similar to the optics seen on many of the Stormtrooper blasters in the Star Wars series. So really cool option for you to take a look for when these M19 laser scopes come out. Now as we move back a little bit, you are going to notice the actual stock that is in use, and again, aesthetically gonna look very similar, if not the same, to the stock used in the movie itself, and it is adjustable depending on what length of pull you prefer. So that's really cool there. It's like a PDW style stock. Now, looking at the actual system here, of course, we have the Glock lower and the MKII actual innards here that are making this rifle come together. And it uses this charging handle on the side. Now, I can run any standard Glock magazine in this pistol. Of course, I got a 15 rounder. This is a 40 cal. I can run the 22 rounders. If you're running the 9, you can run the 33s. You name it. It'll take all your standard Glock magazines. It does not have bolt hold open, but it does have the ability to lock the charging handle in place. You just bring it back to the notch, press it in, and you are good to go there. So really cool. And you can really tell on this that Canto Arms went out of their way to make this as movie or screen accurate as they could, while still making it an actual shooting firearm. Another component that I have to this is this little counter here. Now, this is purely for aesthetics. You can't actually shoot with this installed, but if you add this to the build, it really kind of finishes it off. So I'm going to throw up a picture of the actual E-11D that you see in the film, so you can kind of do a quick comparison of the two. Again, this is going to be slightly different because it's an actual working model, but man, that thing is quite similar. There's a picture of a stormtrooper, death trooper, I should say, kind of holding it like this. And other than the optic, pretty close. So that's the E-11D Mark II from Canto Arms. Very cool. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is definitely something you need to add to the collection. This is not a prop or a replica or a toy. It is a working copy of the E-11D from Star Wars Rogue One. So let me know what you think about that down in the comments below, and thanks for watching.